Hey guys, it is Casey with Accidental Homeschoolers, and today I would like to review Gather Round Homeschool's U.S. government unit.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it come to you.
Hey guys, it is Casey with Accidental Homeschoolers, and if you are new to my channel, I'm a homeschool mom of two. I've been homeschooling for this will be 4 years. So today I would like to talk about Gather Round Homeschool's U.S. government unit. So we just finished this and I'm actually very excited to share this with you. So this year we made it a priority to discuss what does it mean to be an American? How does our government work? How is our government different than other countries' governments? I wanted to bring that to light to my son to explain the differences so that he understood. I'm hoping that, say, when he's my age, he'll look back and he'll be able to remember what was going on in history because we spent some time on it. So what I love about Gather Round Homeschool's units are that, for one, they're digital. Now what they do with their units is you get the teacher's guide and then you get a book for every level. So their notebooks are divided into pre-reader, early reader, early elementary, upper elementary, middle school, and high school. So you could literally do it with all of your children. Each notebook is geared towards that specific level, which is really nice. So I had to look. We did early elementary this year, and honestly, I believe I could do it next year or when he's in 4th grade and do upper elementary. I would do this again when he's in middle school. I would revisit this again when he's in high school. So what I like about it is that we could do it over and over. Now my daughter is 9 months old. She's not going to be doing this for at least 5 years, but I already own it. So what I do is I have a really great printer now, finally, yay! So I print out the teacher's guide, and then of course I print out the book that he's going to use. Now I can keep this on a shelf for future use for myself. I put his in a 3-ring binder, and then when we're done with it, I just throw it away. And then we can always reuse our 3-ring binders. So they consider this a mini unit, and it has 20 different lessons, and it covers a lot of things. And I'll do a flip through in just a second, but it talks about the origins of our government, the Constitution, the amendments, civil rights, the 3 branches of government, elections, different political parties, and it does a really great job of giving you a nice synopsis of what it is. And in the beginning, there's a prayer for each day of the things that you want to ask God to help you focus on and to help you remember and to help you learn. And that has been really cool. So sometimes I'll read it, sometimes my son will read it, but we always read the prayer before every single lesson. And then once you're done reading the lesson, it will give you, what each notebook is going to be doing to kind of help you out, especially if you have multiple children. It'll make it easier. I thought the pictures were beautiful. It's appealing to the eye. You enjoy looking at it. So it's not just for your kids. As the homeschool mom or dad, you want to enjoy what you're looking at. You don't want it to be boring, because if it's boring and it's unattractive, you're probably not going to use it again. So anyway, I enjoyed it a lot. It covered a lot of the basics. There were things in here like talking about Independence Hall. Now, I had the opportunity to go a couple of years ago. Now, my son didn't, but I was able to share the pictures and share the stories that the tour guides, told us about and talked about Philadelphia and things like that. So that was fun. I was able to kind of connect that, but sadly, he hadn't been. So I want to do a quick flip through of this. It gives you a list of all the different books that you could read according to their age and grade level. There are a total of 20 lessons. There's some activities that go along with it, but as you can see, it covers basically everything that is important. Each lesson is super easy for you to be able to teach. There's the prayer for the day, and then a note to you. There's things that you read to your student. It also gives you, ideas for videos, which was a lot of fun too. So there's usually a couple of pages to read, and honestly, I thought it was super interesting. And then at the end, it'll tell you according to which notebook they have, what their activities are to help you. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. So my son did early elementary, and I'll kind of show you a flip through of some of his pages, but these he had to cut out and glue in order on the timeline. There's always some vocabulary. There was writing for him. There's also a project where he had to create like his own country and government, and so he decided he was going to have Catland. But overall, it was great. It was easy. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too little. We truly enjoyed it. One thing that I would like to say about this unit is that I believe it could stand alone. If all you want to do is read the lesson to your child, have them do the notebook pages, and move on, honestly, I think that's enough. Maybe middle school and high school you need to do a little more supplementation, but if you only want to just read it and do the notebook page, I think this unit stands alone all by itself. But if you want a little more, like I did, because I wanted to spend the whole entire year talking about early American history and U.S. government, I brought in a lot of things to help supplement what we were learning. So I want to share this with you. So first, I want to share this book that I've had for a really long time. It's the American Patriot's Almanac. The cool thing about this book is that for every single day of the year, it will give you roughly about 5 historic events that happened in U.S. history. It also will talk about something more in depth. We do this kind of as our morning time. We kind of talk about it. It can tend to lead us on different rabbit trails, and sometimes we start my son will start asking questions, and before long we're like researching other things that has nothing to do with what we had planned. But that's the beauty of homeschooling. We actually spent time reading the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence because I felt that that was very important. Yes, he's in 2nd grade. Did he understand absolutely everything? No, but can we revisit it again? Of course. So at least now he's got some like base knowledge. But I found this book, I think it was like at the checkout of a bookstore like many years ago. But it's nice to have. It was simple. It's easy. It's simple. It's easy. Good to go. So we spent time with this. I also had replicas of the Declaration of Independence, so he can actually kind of see what it looks like. Now, of course, we've seen it in Washington, D.C., but it was a lot cooler for him to be able to hold on to it and to see all the signatures. We were talking about when he was learning about John Hancock and why do we use that phrase, and explaining to him that John Hancock wrote his name extremely large when he signed the Declaration of Independence. So I was able to actually show him. So that was really cool, and he was super excited. I also have a copy of the actual Bill of Rights. Now this hangs on our wall in our house, so I had to take it off the wall to show him what it looked like, but that was super cool. Then I also have a rough draft of the Declaration of Independence. It was one of the first drafts that Thomas Jefferson wrote. And so you can actually see where things are marked out, things he had originally written. It also had things that they had to change that all the colonies did not agree upon. So I think it's really important to be able to go to original documents to be able to see for yourself, you know, what's the truth. Yes, it's tiny. And there's 2 pages, but you could see where things were scratched out. You could see notes in the side. You could see where things are scratched out and there's notes in the side. So being able to see that was really neat. Now, of course, you can look this up online and it's a little easier to read. Of course, being a homeschool family, we read a lot of books. So some books I read to him, some books he read to himself, and then we discussed afterwards, or he did like a little mini book report to talk about. So I read this to him. It's one of the Magic Treehouse books, Revolutionary War on Wednesday. It was short, it was sweet. It kind of gave a little bit of information. It was enough for him in 2nd grade to kind of grasp some of the concepts. And then we read one of the Magic Treehouse fact trackers about the American Revolution. It's just nice because it shows tons of pictures and it's just fun. And of course, you know, at his age, I don't want to hand him this giant book because he's not going to read it. So this was fun. We always love the what is, who was books. So this one was What is the Constitution? And I read this to him. We also love the I Am books. His grandmother loves to get him these books. And so she either read it to him or they read it together. And it was fun because when they were done, he was able to tell me a lot of facts about George Washington, which I did not know. Which I enjoyed actually hearing from him. Of course, not the same time period, but they also read I Am Abraham Lincoln, which was a lot of fun. It had great pictures. So, another good book. And then this is one of my favorites, So You Want to Be President. This is written by Judith St. George and David Small, and I will try to link all of this stuff below if you're interested, to give you like a quick link to be able to find it. This is a lot of fun because it talks about all the different presidents and it'll tell funny facts about them, like there's a bowling alley in the White House, and you know, how many presidents lived in a log cabin. I never actually thought about that, but it was cute. How Teddy Roosevelt's kids had tons and tons of pets and would take them inside the White House. So it's a lot of fun. It's just cute. It kind of gives them a brief understanding of presidents and things like that. There are songs to memorize all the presidents in order. We've done that in the past few years. And so being able, like, he knew them in order, but being able to kind of like talk about it, that was a lot of fun. So overall, I would give Gather Round Homeschool's U.S. Government Unit 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. It was great. We enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. I mean, we enjoy history, so maybe we're a little biased, but I pretty much enjoy everything that Gather Round puts out. So if you have any comments, leave them below. If you've also used this unit, please tell me what you thought, because I think that would be really cool to hear your thoughts on it if you've never used it. I hope that this was a good review and gave you the opportunity to see what it was all about. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I did not mean to waste your time. I just wanted to tell you what I thought. And please subscribe and hit the little bell so you know that when I post other videos, you will be notified. And I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.
Every change